Update!
Last Sunday we were exhausted.
Okay.
Now that's because that was a production weekend. The weekend shoots are really good, like you do Saturday and Sunday, because you feel more focused. You're not torn between your day job and your show. But then I scheduled for Monday night, after work, another complicated shoot. And you shouldn't do that. After a full weekend and then working a full day of work, especially if there's a lot going on at work, you should give yourself at least one night to like relax. That's a production tip. So we shot Tuesday the 3rd.
You okay?
Oh, what's that?
The girlie's going up.
Was it?
I'm practicing. That was...
Last Saturday.
Action! Hold on, I'm sorry.
Bike patrol.
Sorry.
Last week, learned a lot of middle names, thanks to Lies. I heard about a lot of planning. A lot of you have planned like shows or concerts. Trips, that's a good one to plan. Funerals and weddings. Weddings, man. Planning for the Platoon Power Squadron, scheduling it and everything, that's pretty tough. But I have never planned anything more difficult than my wedding. My wife and I constantly are so grateful that we are married, so that we never have to plan to get married again. I believe that planning for a wedding is like a trial by fire to show that you guys, as a married couple, can get through anything. And marriage is awesome. So I highly recommend that endeavor to anybody who would like to undertake it. And other big news, I'm shooting this on Saturday. Last night, I saw Scott Pilgrim, and the movie was awesome. The movie was awesome. But check this out. I was at work on Friday and I couldn't stand it. I had to be looking up all this Scott Pilgrim stuff. So I was on IMDb and I was on Fandango. And I encountered a little bit of movie studio espionage. The 3 movies that I know were coming out this weekend were Scott Pilgrim, The Expendables, and Eat, Pray, Love? Eat, Love, Drink, Pray, Love? Eat, Love, Julia Roberts? But only Scott Pilgrim and The Expendables were competing for like a similar demographic. So I went to check out the reviews for anyone who went to a midnight screening on Friday on IMDb and Fandango. And here's the espionage part. Alright, there were reviews on there that were like 2, 3 stars out of 10, but had like nothing bad to say in their review. Now that is a giveaway. What they want to do is drive the star rating down so that The Expendables will be higher in star rating than Scott Pilgrim will. Here's the thing. They said things like, I love the Scott Pilgrim books. Just like Harry Potter, he and his friends have such wacky adventures. You know, like, what? You have no idea what this movie's about. You're just trying to drive the rating down. And these phrases kept coming up. Very kid-friendly. This is a great movie for kids. This is a great family film. It's okay to let your kids go see this by themselves. AKA, they didn't say it, but they might as well have, send your kids off to Scott Pilgrim for their Harry Potter adventure, and you can go get a ticket to The Expendables, which you're going to enjoy more because it's made for adults. Scott Pilgrim was amazing. There was so much going on in it, and Edgar Wright's like transitions and everything, like the scenes flow so tightly, it's just so tight, you know? It's kind of depressing because he's just so good. So good. In other news, if you guys would please do me and the rest of us in the Platoon of Power Squadron a huge favor. I entered us in this film festival called Next TV. The judges are like a bunch of people from like TV networks, writers, producers, that kind of thing. Like bigwigs, essentially. And what we need to do is get Platoon of Power Squadron in front of them. You hate how long it takes to make an episode? Guess what? So do I. I wish we could do these things all the time, as our living. I don't actually know how to open those doors. This is a potential way for us to open those doors. There's a link in the doobly-doo. You can go in there and vote and get us into this film festival. It's under T for the Platoon of Power Squadron. Episode 3 is what I entered in the festival. Please head over to the link, go down, and you can only vote once. Please, everybody, just click on that link, go down to the Platoon of Power Squadron, and vote us into this contest. You guys are awesome, and I have no doubt that together, we can make this happen. I haven't done my one vote yet. I'm going to today. Not under P for PLA, under T for the Platoon of Power Squadron, and vote us in. This week, I would like to know, sometimes if you're depressed or you've blown your mind by spreading yourself too thin between doing a show and work, sometimes there's that one thing that gets you out of your head for just a little bit, and you can just sit and calm down and relax and enjoy yourself. For me, I need to watch an episode of a TV show I like or watch a movie that I like. For some people it might be music, for some people it might be a book, or maybe just an activity, like cleaning your room or scrapbooking. I don't know. If you're thinking about things too much or you're stressing yourself out or whatever, what's that one thing that you can do that will calm you down, you can phase it out, and you can get your bearings again? Please follow that link and vote us in. You guys are awesome, and I will see you next week.